Hit it.
Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome back. I am so glad you joined me. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome back, my beloved kings and queens. My name is Joyce McTeer, and I'm coming to you all today with another crafty vision segment. Today, I'm going to show y'all how to make a copper wire latch hook bracelet using tiger's eye. This is red tiger's eye gemstone. Okay, this is red tiger's eye. So this is a 10 millimeter red tiger's eye gemstone. And let's go ahead and get into this. So here are the items you're going to need. You're going to need something to mold your bracelet. And the bracelet that I'm going to show y'all how to create is a bracelet that, in order for you to wear it, it has to snug your wrists. Okay? So you need a ruler. You need wire cutters or cutters. You need round nose pliers. You're going to need 2 pieces of copper wire. I am using 14 gauge copper wire, and this is 14 inches. I will not be using all of this, okay? But y'all know I have a thing with having more than, So, and I also have a piece of 18 gauge copper wire, which is about maybe 7 or 8 inches long, okay? So the very first thing that we want to do is, let me set everything over here on the side. You want to take, and I'm sorry, y'all. You're going to need a dowel. How could I forget this? This is real important. So you're going to need a dowel. And this dowel I got from Walmart. You get 3 in a pack. All right, so let's get started. So the very first thing you want to do is you want to take your wire, place it in the center of your dowel, or place your dowel in the center of your wire, and then you want to just push these 2 pieces up just like that. Okay, now I'm going to set this down, and I'm going to bring both of them over at one time, just like this. Okay, I'm going to bring that like that, bring that like that. Take this off, and you're going to have a circle. Now, a circle is fine, but the shape that I want for this design is I want to make it in like a diamond or a triangle. As a diamond or a triangle shape, okay? So I'm going to bring it like this, and I'm going to keep pulling it until I get it to where I want it to be. And then I need to take my gem, place it. Yeah, that's what I want. So now I want to take my pliers, and I'm going to try to make like a triangle or a diamond shape. I'm just going to come and do just like this on the sides to stiffen it. These are 3-in-1 pliers. And this, on the inside of them is flat, okay? And then I'm going to come over here on this side and do the same exact thing. Now, when you do this, you're going to feel the tension. You're going to feel your wire moving, okay? So this is pretty much what you are going to have. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to come right up here on my wire and do the same exact thing just by squeezing and flatten it, and I'm going to do it on both sides of my wire. That don't look good, do it? We're going to fix that. And then I'm just going to come here and do the same exact thing. Okay? And this is pretty much what you're going to have. I'm going to take and bring my pieces like this. And this is pretty much my shape that I want. This is the shape that I want. Okay. Okay. Do this a little bit more. All right. Bring it like that. See where my... Yep, that's what I want right there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take and on both sides, I'm going to just make a couple of loops. So I'm going to just come up a little ways. Now, if you want to, you can measure this to make sure that you're doing it correct on both sides. I don't measure too much when I'm doing any wrapping, but let's just do this so that you all can at least have, and I'm thinking that this is about an inch. Okay, so you want to have at least about an inch. I'm going to do this the same exact way over here on this side. I eyeball my stuff a lot, y'all, so okay. So this is pretty much what you are going to have, okay? All right. Now, they don't have to be even. So the next thing you want to do is you want to come over here and you want to make a loop, but this time your loop is going to be up and not down. So you're going to come here and make your loop just like that and bring that like that. Okay, that's what you're going to have. I'm hoping that you all can see. Okay, then we're going to come here and do the same thing over here. And your loops, like I said, are going to be facing up. So you got these two facing down and these two here facing up. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is we need to cut some of our wire. So we're going to take our ruler, and right now this is about what, 11.5 inches long. So we need to cut a lot off of this. So I am going to bring my wire down till about right here. And let's measure out how many inches I went down. I went down 2 inches. So you go down about 2 inches. Actually, I'm gonna go down a little bit more than that, maybe 2.5 inches. Let's see, 2.5 inches. We're gonna go down about 2.5 inches. All right, and I'm going to snip right there. And the next thing I'm going to do, okay, 2.5 inches, I went down. I'm going to take and make a loop on this end. So I'm going to take my pliers and just start making a loop with 14 gauge wire. You kind of sort of want to just take your time and work it, okay? So there you go. There's my loop. I'm going to bring it out like that. And that's my loop. And then I'm going to bring it back here and measure it again. Okay. And this time, I'm going to cut it right here at 7.5. So I'm going to cut this at 7.5 inches. 7.5 inches, okay? So I'm going to cut that right there. All right. And then I am going to make a loop. Actually, I'm not going to make my loop yet. Let me see. So I'm going to take and place it on my piece and round it out. Just like this. Round it out. Whatever, anything that you have round at home, you know, is going to be good for you to use, okay? And then I'm going to just go and just squeeze these in. Now, if you want to, you can take your hammer and you can hammer these down if you want. It's completely up to you. 14 gauge copper wire, once you twist it and put it into place, it's permanent. You don't have to worry about it coming loose or anything like that, okay? Now I'm going to just take and start molding this. And I'm going to see. Start molding it over for my wrist. Okay, so let's see. And you still got to play with it. So let me see if this will work. Because it's going to go like this. And I think I might be there, y'all. So let's see. If I take and I make my latch here. Because if you make your latch and the bracelet is too big, you can still come over here and just cut a little piece off to make sure that it'll still fit. Okay, now let's see. That looks kind of small, but I have a small wrist, so let's see if this will fit. Yep, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so that's how this is going to fit. I still got a little room in it. You can actually go in and take this off. You can actually go in and also make sure that if you make these to sell, if you have an order for these, if people want to buy these, they have to know what their wrist size is, like down to the T. If it's 6.5, make it 6.5. If it's 7, make it 7. Because the way that this is supposed to be worn, it is supposed to be worn to snug your wrist. You don't want to have anything on like this and it's moving all around, okay? All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and attach our gemstone. Okay, and this is 18 gauge copper wire. And I'm going to just take this and take it from the back to the front, bring this piece down like this, and start wrapping this. Wait a minute, actually. Okay. Start wrapping it. So I'm going to bring this piece over. Now, in the beginning, when you first do this, it's going to be a little trying, but if you continue to do it, you will get it. And I'm talking about the wrapping part. I'm not talking about, because everything else is pretty simple. I have this part over here holding this down. This is allowing me to take this through to wrap it the way that I need. Probably got too much. I don't really need all of this, but I'm just gonna bring it through and take it and wrap it around. And you can do this as many times as you see fit. Don't worry about the wire, because we're gonna get that all straight. And then just bring it back around like this. and bring it over. My bead trying to get away, y'all. Take it back through. Okay, bring it around. Now, if you don't have 18 gauge, I'm going to suggest you use 20 or 22. Those would work actually a little bit better than this because it's the wire isn't as thick. This is 18 that I'm using here to wrap this. So now I think I have it to where I want it to be. Just make sure that your coils and everything is pretty close together. If it's not, you can take your pliers and just go in and squeeze everything down. I gotta go get my bead because it's all the way down at the end of the table. So let's see if it'll fit. Yeah. So now I just gotta straighten this out. If you have some nylon pliers would be good to straighten this out because I done did some damage to this. But anyway, so I'm gonna just take my pliers and just delicately straighten it out. I'm not gonna be using all this wire, no way. So I'm getting ready to just snip this off. I'm gonna take and snip it right here to make it shorter, and then I'm going to go ahead and add on my gemstone, and I still gotta straighten it out because it's determined. It's like it's not going on here, but it's going on here. The nylon pliers will straighten your wire out, okay? Just to let y'all know that. I don't use them. I've tried and they don't work for me. They just don't grip it like I want it to. But I mean, you know, you see a lot of people who make jewelry and it works for them, but it don't work for me. So now I pretty much have it where I want it to be. I'm gonna bring it down just a tad bit more. And now I'm just going to wrap it right here. So I'm just gonna take my piece, pull it through, straighten it up, pull it, take it back through again. And this you can do, it doesn't have to be a lot. You can do it a few times. Okay, take it back through. Okay, pull it. Alrighty, and that's that. Now we're just going to snip right there. Squeeze that down. And then I have my piece up here, and I'm just going to snip right there. And squeeze this down. All right. Okay, and here's your bracelet. So let's try this on to see how it looks. This is your bracelet. This is gorgeous. Now, if you wanted to, I'm gonna tell y'all some other things you can do. If you want to, if you don't want to just have this here, you can add some gems here. You can hang some gems down here on these two and make it really, really cute. But I like it like this because this is simple and elegant, okay? See how easy this is to open and close. Make sure that if you do make these to sell, that you sand this down to make it smooth so that when people buy it, it will not cut them or pinch them or do any type of harm to them, okay? So I made this green one here. This one is, this stone here that I made is a bloodstone, and this is a red tiger's eye, okay? So this is my tutorial. So for those of you who follow me and you decide to make any of this on Instagram, on Instagram, please send me some pictures to let me see how your creations came out, okay? With that being said, I want to take this time to say thank you to my new supporters and my loyal supporters, okay? I greatly appreciate your support. And until my next upload, my beloved kings and queens, peace and blessings. See ya.